Lanzarote, a rough volcanic island in the Atlantic Ocean. The ultimate location for a tackle showdown to experience why this Shimano reel deserves the name Power Aero. The mission for the upcoming days is to fish for 2 days continuously. Lines always in the water, no breaks. Eat, drink and sleep on this remote bank to enhance the chances of hooking a powerful dream fish. This surfcasting setup is being used in an extreme situation. Generally, heavier gear is selected. Nevertheless, this would prove the reliability and toughness of the tackle. The target is shark, but you never know what you're going to catch. To lure those creatures from the deep, a combination of mackerel and sea bass is used.
Very big bite for a very big shark.
Yes. See us. Three parts or two?
One.
When the bait is ready, Oscar will use his kayak to bring the bait 200 meters out, 2 at a time, into open sea. While Oscar is out, Daniel and Arturo need to check the line capacity and warn him when the maximum playing action is reached. The bait sinks off to a depth of approximately 20 meters. And to attract the predator fish, Arturo slaps his paddle onto the water to imitate a fish in distress. In 3 trips, 6 lines are being set out in a range of 600 meters, parallel to the bay. In the meanwhile, the fish can take the bait any moment.
Well, the bait, it's finally in the water.
We are ready for the action.
I'm very excited. Come on.
But that moment can also take some time. The tension of waiting, hoping for that bite, has arrived. Rods are locked down to the rocks to prevent them from tipping over when the fish are taking the bait. The bells are for alarming the anglers, but to be honest, when the time comes, the screaming of the drag will do the trick. Because the hook is covered in multiple layers of baitfish, Daniel needs to set it firmly. Unknown about what took the bait and what to expect, the fight begins.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, nou furtigst.
This powerful fish swims away to the far right of the bay, and to make sure the fish can be landed, Daniel rushes to cross the beach while reeling in to avoid a line break on sharp volcanic rocks. a ray is revealed to the surface. That explains the strong pressure during the drill. These wing-shaped fish can generate an enormous water pressure when they go vertical. Imagine the strength that bigger size rays are capable of. After the ray is being released back into the ocean, the line needs to be prepared with fresh bait to set out again. And with the sun setting, the chance of a bite is rising by the minute. So, no time to relax. Another ray is hooked, and to keep this powerful fish away from the seabed, the drag is tightened.
Pumping, Arthur.
Está en toda la película, ¿eh? ¿Voy para allá? ¿Voy? Very tight.
Arturo moves over to the shoreline to change the angle of the line. Now, Oscar can follow the line and check if the fish is locked onto the bottom of the ocean. On top of that, this ray also takes its chance on the far right of the bay. The fish is up for a battle and uses all its power to test out the strength at the other end of the line.
It is pulling like a beast. Oh! Oh!
Every muscle is used to take over the control. Every molecule to resist the pressure. And every fiber is pulled to the max. And finally, after a drill of nearly 20 minutes, they can see the decent opponent that was pulling so hard.
Arthur! Yay! Another one, my friend! Oh. Yes, another big one, another big one. It's so beautiful, beautiful fish and big. And take more line, and it's more difficult for combat than the last one.
Forward idle. Incredible.
At the end of an intense first day, night falls quickly. It's time to prepare the fire for the dinner. Chatting about the adventures of the past, and at the same time, creating new memories. One ear always alert. Alert for the sound of a bite that can happen any second. And more the rule than the exception during dinner time. During the evening, several fish pick up some bait, but drop it. With every alarm, the rods need to be checked. Is the fish hooked? Is the line still tight enough? Or does the bait need to be refreshed? You don't want to miss the fish of your dreams for being lazy. Just before going to sleep, one setup requires to be fixed with a fresh bait and new underline. It has a 1.8 millimeter diameter and a massive 115 kilograms pulling strength. Now Oscar must set the bait out, a risky trip into the open sea. But he's a very experienced canoeist. For the night, Arturo takes out his bed off the shelter and parks it at the rocky beach, right under the rods. And then, when least expected, at the end of a starry night, just before dawn, a bite, a big one. Who needs coffee when you have adrenaline? This alien-like ray is put back into the warm ocean water to recover and swims away, back into the dark. The night drifts away and a beautiful sky sets the mood for a new day, a day with big expectations. Magical moments pass by. The sun dances on the waves. Waves play with the rocks. And rocks are warmed up by the sun. Blending in time, patiently. Patience is rewarded with another bite, and this one seems to be the most powerful one, the one that needs the power to overcome. Already 20 minutes into the drill, and still no sight of what is hooked. The fish is stuck on the bottom, and they pause the drill to not harm the fish. Oscar now needs to get into his canoe to pull the fish from the seabed. And with the fish loose, the fight continues.
Go, go, let's go.
The longtime friends need to switch regularly because this fish is not giving up easily. After a 45-minute fight, the fish is finally showing on the surface. A big-sized common stingray.
Ah! Yes!
This massive dinosaur hasn't changed for millions of years, weighs over 50 kilos, and has a span width of 160 centimeters. While the ray is making its way back into the deep, the friends settle down at the beach, reminisce about what they experienced the last days. This quest is coming to an end. New stories have been created, a fresh chapter written. What else is hiding in the deep? In fishing, we never know what the future will bring. That's why the Book of Adventures will never close.